Okay, everyone. So today I'm here to tell you the story of Sally. Sally was someone who always asked someone else to do something before she tried to see if she could do it herself. Sally was someone who expected other people to do stuff for her. Sally was someone who expected other people to remind her to do stuff. Sally was reliant upon other people, and Sally didn't have it in her mind that regardless of what other people do, she's going to show up for herself and she's going to do what needs to be done. And she's going to create a system where she's not depending on other people to make her show up or to do things for her, right? Okay, so Sally continues these relationships with people. She develops some really good friendships with people who care about her, love her. And all of a sudden, some of those relationships start to become distant. People are no longer calling as much. People are not trying to be in the same rooms as Sally. And also, Sally has lost connection with a few people completely. There's no relationship. Let's talk about why. Because Sally is lazy. Sally's being lazy. Let me not say she is lazy. She's being lazy. Okay? You don't have to make your identity a characteristic, right? You can work through that. But she was being lazy. And because she was being lazy, people around her were picking up her slack. And because people around her were picking up her slack, they were doing their work and her work. And because they were doing their work and her work, they were tired. You don't have to do everything alone, and you don't have to figure everything out on your own. But you should show up for yourself, and you should put in the effort to at least show the people who are here for you that you value and appreciate their time and effort that they put in. The best way to do that is to go hard for yourself and not sit around with your feet in the air and a martini waiting for other people to do for you what you should be doing for yourself. I had a friendship with a person that always used to ask me to do stuff to help them or for them. You know, oh, can you just do this, or can you just um, type this out, or could you put it this way, or what's a different way to word this? It was a constant thing. In the beginning, it wasn't something that I was too notice. I didn't notice as much because I was just a very much like I was always going. Okay. My momentum is always building. Anyone who knows me knows I'm on the move. I don't have time to sit. So sometimes you might miss a couple things and you have to replay your conversations in your head. But I started to notice that she was becoming more like a toddler or like an infant where they come to you and they ask you for stuff or they ask you to do stuff. Do this for me, fix this for me, help this for me. And that was exhausting. And when we got to a place where I felt like I no longer wanted to be friends with this person, it wasn't hard for me to walk away. And that wasn't the only reason why I kind of stopped talking to this person. There were other things that happened, things that came out of this person's mouth that I really just I couldn't support or get behind or even feel comfortable being around somebody that says stuff like that. But long story short, it was easy for me to leave. It was a relief. It was less work. I was like, oh, whew, that was exhausting. Bye. So in their minds, where they're like, oh, I miss you. I haven't talked to you in so long. We don't speak. I am good over here. I'm good because you've exhausted me. And once you've exhausted me, there's no going back. I've now shut off in my head that light that was turned on for you because I see that you took it for granted. And I'm saying all this to say, don't be that person who's afraid to ask for help, but also don't be that person who is afraid of doing some work when they could do the work. Don't expect other people to do things for you. It's not their job. If they want to help you, they can help you, but don't feel entitled to that because you're going to miss out on great relationships in business and in friendship. As entrepreneurs, I've seen people that are expecting me to do stuff for them. I had a person ask me if I could start taking notes. I'm giving them insight on how to make money, and they're asking me, can I take notes for them? What? What? Did you want a back massage too while we're at it? How about I get in there with good with the elbows? Like, no, we've got to stop being lazy. When you are lazy, your relationships will suffer because what that said to me, the message that went off in my head was a big red flag of dependency. This is going to be a dependent relationship where not only are they expecting me to teach them how to fish, they want me to fish for them. I'm not going to be able to do that. Everybody can't be everything to you. You're going to have to choose what a person is going to be to you. But I'm telling you right now what I ain't going to be, and that's your free and unpaid assistant. I'm not going to be that. No, I cannot write down notes for you when I'm giving you the information quite literally, when I've messaged you the information quite literally, when I've had my team members send you the information quite literally. If you don't go get a notebook and dot off that notebook, if you don't go back and watch this recording, what? What? No, no. Stop being lazy. Stop it. Sometimes the want to be lazy produces productivity. And I say that because when you want to be lazy, because you're like, oh, not even lazy, you want to be productive. You don't want to time. That's different. Let me not even use the word lazy with that. Because some people misuse that word. They call it lazy, like, oh, yeah, I know I'm lazy. I just want to do it the quickest way. No, you're not lazy. You just want to be efficient. You want to be effective. So I'm not going to use that word for that. But when you are being lazy or you're wanting someone to do things for you and work for you because you just don't want to do it yourself and you want them to do it for free, you're going to ruin great relationships because nobody was put on this earth to be your chat GPT, to be your unpaid assistant. I'm going to keep saying this. Nobody was put on this earth to be your servant. We are all out here for a purpose and a reason. And until you have paid them for that service, their purpose is not to be your assistant. So don't ruin great relationships in business, in friendship, out of laziness. Because the other relationship that I was talking about was friendship and business. It was an individual who was just always expecting that I'm just going to help them with something. Eventually, it got to the point where I started saying, I don't know. I don't know. Try it. Figure it out. Do it yourself. That's what I started saying. And then the crazy part about it was in the process of me always doing that stuff, that person never really did anything special, like to try to show me that they appreciated me. You know, that it's not like they went and brought me lunch and was like, hey, I brought you some lunch today. Are you hungry? Here. It wasn't like they surprised me with a little gift and said, hey, I just want to tell you I appreciate you. It wasn't like they stood behind me when things took place in the work environment and were bold and loud about what they would do if I was mistreated. They were like a fly on the wall. So, you're really playing a convenient and comfortable spot while expecting the best treatment and access from me and not doing any work in the process of receiving it. That is insanity. So obviously I had to get up out of there. Yeah. The message that I'm just putting out there is don't be lazy in your relationships because they will suffer. Number one. And number two, don't be an enabler in the relationships. Once you realize that somebody is using you or being lazy, you can still love them and you can still be their friend, family member, partner, but make them do the work. Like, okay, yeah, get up, go do it. Okay, yeah, you want to learn how to do that? Go research it. Okay, you want to make some notes? Take them. Okay, you want to go back and watch? Go watch it. I'm not here to be your brain and think and do for you. I'm here to support you and assist you, but I'm not your assistant. There's a difference. And even when I am your assistant, I'm here to do what you pay me to do, and then I'm getting up out of there. There's some things you need to be accountable for, even as a leader with the team. So that's the message. I hope that somebody takes that and uses it to grow their business or to better understand people so that you don't miss out on great, passionate, hardworking friends and partners who will really go hard for you and go that extra mile. But the moment they start to feel like you're taking them for granted, based off the fact that you're expecting them to do things for them and you're entitled to them working for you, not with you, for free, that's when there becomes an issue and a breakdown where you could lose out on beautiful relationships that could be long term. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.